Um, I always have to remember to take myself off mute. One thing I do have to do. Bless up yourself, good people, good people, good people. Another impromptu, because I simply feel like it. Troy Graham experience. I've been holding on to this one for I don't know how long because I want to see if anybody else is going to touch it, and nobody else did. So I decided I've had enough of this foolishness, and I decided let's have a conversation about it. Transgender boxing. Before I get too far into that, I see you, Mark Nash. Big up yourself. Uh, Listen, I could really hold out until some more people get in here, which is just filling the air so there's no dead air, right? That's part of the business. That's what you do. And the fact is, to me, some things in life don't belong together with other things in life. Okay, just a fact. From my understanding, different species of cats, like tigers and lions, they don't mate together, right? Cats don't mate with chickens, from my understanding. So I have no issue with transgender people boxing. Why don't they just start their own league? They don't need to be nobody who was born a man who might have had this done and that done and is considering themselves a woman right now needs to step in the ring with a woman because you're still a boy. Okay? Now, unless you're gonna fight her daddy, then that's a different subject altogether. If her daddy a cross dresser, you a transgender, hey, fair fight. But you cannot fight my daughter if you were born a man. No, no. You a man. Your strength is still there. You still have man strength. You don't have female strength. You have man strength. Knock it off. Knock it off. And I hope this goes out to a lot of the folks in the LD. Look, the gay community, because I'm not here to offend anyone, but I am here to speak passionately on how I feel about this, and I'm not going to hold back on anything. I don't have to. I don't have to, and I don't feel the need to. It's wrong. Leave it alone. You all, when it comes to boxing and transgender, if you want it that badly, start your own league. Start it. There's nothing wrong with that. I would watch it. I just don't want you crossing over here because it's not fair. It is not fair whatsoever. It's not fair to be over here having these men who are someone who was born a man who's now a woman fighting another woman. It's just not. It's not fair, people. Cut it the hell out. I don't see how it's fair, and I don't understand how it can even be considered fair. You know, but maybe that's just me. Now, R- Remy, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm trying to hear myself on the other. Remy, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Okay, I sound clear. I'm trying to hear myself. Yeah, but I'm not coming off as this angry black man who has an issue with gay people. I don't care what you do with your life. I'm not here to judge. That's really not me. Anybody who knows me knows that. My uncle was gay, and from sure with some other people in my family who was gay too. I don't give a damn. That's your business. It's not mine. He taught me how to dress. He got the Purple Heart in the military. He got a Purple Heart. He left Jamaica and went to Motown. He was one of the best singers on the island. Motown. He became a medic. So it's not. I'm not over here, you know, trashing gay people and all that. But some things don't belong together because okay, so you have this transgender man now fighting women, right? Because his name, he was born Richard, but now he's Rhonda, right? Okay, okay. So let's twist that around. She was born she was born Wanda, now she's William. and she's fighting men. Come on, man, knock it off. I don't see the sense in that. I don't see the fairness in that. Somebody help me out because maybe I'm not coming off as rational because I'm really passionate about this subject. My son is 6'6", about 200 pounds, 210 pounds maybe. So let's say he gets into boxing and he becomes heavyweight champion, and there's a transgender heavyweight who's 6'4", 6'5", and she was born Sarah, but now she's Sean. She wants to fight my boy. He knocks her out cold. How is that a win for him in any way, shape, or form? It's not a win. It's not a win for him, not a win for anybody. Where you don't belong, you don't belong. Perfect example. When I started paying attention to female boxing, guess what? They boxed with other females. It wasn't like they were coming into boxing saying, we're going to fight the men and women. No. So why can't transgender do the same thing? Start their own league, have a transgender league or LDBQGAGFFABCDE league. I don't know what the hell y'all call yourselves. Gay is gay. That's just how I look at it. I call it gay. If you're gay, you're gay. Let's all sing a song. I'm gay. Well, no, let's not sing that part. But my point is, if you're gay, if you're transgender, if you're transfix, whatever the hell it is, out of buy, whatever, join that league over there. Don't come over here because you confuse people with that. Because some of them fighters gonna hold back on you, and then what's gonna happen? And then you got this dude with breast and a vagina fighting, and he gonna be knocking these girls out. Let me tell you something. Bron James retires from football. All of a sudden, he says, "Well, I want to be free. I want to experience what it's like to be a woman." He becomes a transgender, changes everything, top to bottom, right? His name is not James no more. It's Jamie, right? Jamie. So he starts to box against all women. Who do you think win all those fights? But Troy, that's a bad example. It's a bad example. Okay, I'll give you another one. There's a woman who weighs in about walking around weight 175, but she fights at like 160. 160, right? All of a sudden, she gets some implants. She got a goatee going on. Might have some swinging down there between her legs. Uh oh. Uh oh. She's a man now. A man. Her name is Jamie. It's a bisexual name. Jamie's a man. She comes over here and she wins the first two fights, but in the third fight, she gets brutally beat. The man has no mercy on her. From round one on, a straight haggler Hearns, and he just beats her. Crowd boos and carrying on. That's a woman. Well, he says on the mic, well, he should have kept her ass out this ring. Is he wrong? No, not to me. Because he should have kept her ass out this ring and fought someone just like her. Lesson learned. That's why your jaw's now broke. That's why you can only see out of one eye. You know? That's why you have broken ribs and a broken nose. People, cut it the hell out. Knock it off. It does not belong in boxing. Knock it off. Now, please, if there's any transgender, gay, or whatever, who else is out there, I don't know the whole spectrum of what you are, who wants to talk to me, I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you. Now, mind you, it's gonna get heated. Anybody who know me, I have the patience. I do not have the patience of Job. So sorry. I don't know what I'm sorry for, but I don't have the patience of Job to deal with you. And there might be some yelling and stuff, but hey, we'll come back to a happy medium in the long run. So there goes the link. Anybody want to jump up here, feel free to jump in. We'll have a very good discussion on it. Understand this. I do not back away from my words. If I did what's the point of me speaking them if I'm going back away? Now, what I love about my show is that no one can tell me I'm wrong. You can, and you know what you'll get? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I get. That's what you're gonna get. A verbal backhand. Because I'm not listening to you. Okay, Khan Shani, there's already instance of this happening in MMA, a male, female, gender, a woman. Okay, you see what I'm saying? That's what worries me, man. That's what I mean. Seriously, this ain't no bashing about nothing. That is what scares me. That is what worries me. It doesn't belong. It does not belong. Seriously. If you're a vegetarian, why the hell you going to a steakhouse? You trying to start a fight. All they have is the black. Come on, you really don't have no vegetarian, nothing at a steakhouse. You ask them for the veggie menu, they give you one page, not front and back, just one page. We said, sir, all of this has meat on it. This is salad and blah, blah, blah. But that's what we have. Is it possible I can get the meat taken off the salad? Yeah, you buy it, you take the meat off. Okay, but I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm a vegan. Yeah, and this is a steakhouse, buddy. This is a steakhouse. We cook meat here. Okay, you go down to a vegan place and you're like, yeah, I want to order some fried chicken. But we have vegan chicken. No, 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 no. I don't want that Santana or that soy substitute. I want me some finger licking chicken. I said, the man says, well, there's a Popeyes across the street and a KFC up the block. Enjoy your walk. See? In boxing, bless up yourself. That's what's good, and that's what's happening here in boxing. You should tell them people, c'est la vie. Go start your own league. We can't deal with this. Why are they even allowed to fight in the same league? Can somebody answer me that? It ain't enough money in the world like that to put people in danger because you're endangering people. You're also putting yourself in danger if you're a woman who now thinks she's a man and getting in there with men. You putting yourself in danger. What's the difference between what and cheating? Con. Okay, I see what you're saying. If he's a man, was born a man, and now he's a woman, and he goes in with the women. What's the difference between that and cheating? That's a good question. Hopefully, one of our brothers and sisters from the gay community will jump on and get the conversation started because I really want to have it. I'm not doing this for play. I'm not doing this because I want numbers. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to embarrass anybody, especially not my damn self. I'm doing this because I really want to have a real conversation. I'm not them spineless dudes that can't have a difference of opinion with you. I can have a difference of opinion with you. It don't mean I'm gonna agree. But I can have one and we can still show each other respect. Now you might go away pissed, but you're gonna respect me, right? You're gonna respect me. I would love to hear Smoke's thoughts on this because something telling me he'll be on the other side of the fence. Yeah, I mean the dude does call himself Smoke. Smoke. Oh boy. What's up, man? Keys. Good to see you, man. Can
What's
you hear
going
me?
on? Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
I'm just having this conversation about transgenders and boxing.
What's up with it, man? I just I didn't even as soon as I saw you live, bro, I just clicked on live. You know I've been busy. You know how it is. But
Okay,
shit,
well,
as soon as I went on, because I was on my Glen Avery account. Everybody knows it. I'm not even shy to say
yeah.
it, man. Everybody knows me from my Glen Avery account. So I was on my Glen Avery account over there. I got a couple of boxing channels like from the beginning, and
Mhm.
that still rotate. But for the most part, it's like a audits and life stuff like food channels and stuff like shit that I like. You know what I mean? Like not just boxing. Major Key with my account with Major Key is just about boxing. You know what I'm saying? So then
They
I'm here. I pop back up over here to this account because I was on the other account, and the first thing I see is Troy Graham Experience. I'm like, oh shit! I'm gonna click on
uh,
the link. So what's going on? What we talking about? What we talking about?
I just want your opinion on the whole transgender thing from both sides of it, because you have sons and you
Of
have
what?
daughters just like I do. Okay, now there was a man who was born a man. He was born a man. He had some
Mm-hmm.
changes done. Now he's a woman, and he fights as a woman, but he still has that man strength. That doesn't
No, no,
change.
no, 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 no.
Don't worry, I'm
That should
not
not
done.
happen. That should not happen. That should
Okay,
not happen. That should not happen.
okay, but I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
I don't give a
There,
fuck. The moment that you said that
there's
the
a
man was
woman.
competing as a woman,
Right. Let me finish though.
no. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, no. Let me finish. Then you get your say. There's a woman who was born a woman. She had some changes done. Now she got something swinging. She fighting as a man. Got a
That's
beard and
it's still
everything.
yeah. I mean, it's still stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's still stupid because she could get killed.
I'm not disagreeing with you one bit. What I'm saying is this: I'm not here to bash anybody, and I hope somebody, from the gay community comes on. I hope quite a few will come on. I want them
Man,
to start their no. I want them to start their own league. I don't want them. I don't want this to go on like that, man. They should really start their own league, because when women started boxing, they didn't start fighting men. They were fighting other women, right?
yeah.
Why don't you do the same thing in the gay community? Especially if you change transgender, why don't you have transgender people fight transgender people? Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Common sense ain't that common, because I don't want to see no man over here who changed his name to Sarah, even though he was born Stevie, fight no girl, man. I don't. I don't want to see that at all. But go ahead, man. You were saying something.
What I'm saying is basic. What I'm saying is that look, I respect you for your decision. Look, here's the thing. And there's gay people in my family. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm very. I'm not even like somebody that's you know what I'm saying, like tolerant. I'm accepting. It's okay. Whatever you want to do, that's on you. But when you start trying to impose shit on me, that's a different story. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm a very confident and independent thinker. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing for me is that if you number one, if you want respect, right? How can you say that? Hey, you know what? I don't agree with what I was born with, but you have to agree with what I say. And how can you say? Because here's the thing: like we can condone, people's exploration about shit or whatever, but at the point where you have to start playing the part in somebody's fairy tale, it's like a 2-year-old, right? That became an adult, and then we have to participate on a daily basis, right, with their fairy tale, and we have to keep on pretending that the food that they're giving us is real food, and that the teacups are full with actual tea. And no, it's like that's fucking to me is insane, and I can't do that. I'm real with it. I'll accept my child, you know what I'm saying, if she decides to go in whatever situation, or he decides to go in whatever situation. I got 9 children, so it's all split up. I'll definitely accept them and I'll love them. But every single day, if they ask me a question about their relations, then I'm going to be honest with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to accept them because they're my children, but I'm not going to sit there and advocate like their lie is true. You know what I mean? Like that's just something I can't do.
That's exactly the way I feel, especially when I look at um, you know, Magic Johnson's son, right? As a
Mm-hmm.
father, I would tell that child to their face, I love you, but I cannot tolerate this. I love you, but you always gonna be my son, but you can't keep coming in front of me like that. I'm just not. I can't. It just irritates my soul. It just really does. with the makeup on and you dress like no, no, I just because it makes me feel like I failed as a father. That's what it makes me feel like.
No, you shouldn't feel like that though, man. You know what it is, Troy. The fact is, and I'm not no, I'm an independent, so I'm not nobody that's necessarily Republican or Democrat because I agree with certain things on both sides. It's just that both sides disagree on everything just because they disagree. So that's why I'm independent because I actually like both sides. I like certain points at least. You know what I mean? And certain points on both sides are completely wrong to me as well. But at the end of the day, those little things, man, those little things that we pick up on, right? We know what we feel. You know what I'm saying? And man, bro, look. I don't even. I feel like I'm gonna get too deep with this, Troy. I don't even want to get, yeah, because I gotta channel myself, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have
I
a
don't even
boxing
want
channel.
to. Yeah.
Go ahead and talk, man. You have a boxing channel, so go ahead and talk.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. So be specific. So you could clip this one too. So from this point, be specific on what exactly you were saying right before I started speaking, so I could bring the point full circle real
Okay,
quick.
easy enough. I was saying that transgender people, instead of fighting, so-called normal fighters, they should start their own league. Simple as that. Get your own league and fight each other. That makes more sense. There's also a fairness in that because you both started off at the same point. He was a man and then became a woman. You were a man and then became a woman. It's not like you're a man and now all of a sudden it isn't like you were born a man or born a boy and now you're a woman and you're fighting women but with man strength. No, not fair. Not fair at all.
Or if you a woman and then dress up like a butch and say, "I'm a real boy," you know what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna fly neither because that was a man that fought Franchon Cruz the last time. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That was a boy. That was a boy. I'm sorry. That was a boy that fought Franchon Cruz.
Yeah, man. Shit,
I
man.
just
Like,
mhm.
man, I don't. I just don't want to get because here's the thing, man. This is like the area and section where people like really don't understand the night, right? Because it's the night, really. Like, the freaks come out at night. You know what I'm saying? We've known this like growing up in our era. We knew that this stuff was happening back then, but now it's more in the forefront. Now it's in the daytime. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people are uncomfortable with. And people now are starting to decipher it since everybody wants to come out in the daytime, right? Well, now you have daytime scrutinizers that are looking at this shit and being like, yo, you know what? I can identify what that is, and that's fucked up. There's something wrong here. You know what I mean? It's like looking at some computer equipment. You know what I'm saying?
Let
I'm
me
just saying.
ask the chat real quick. Listen, I want y'all to like and share this. I don't really ask for that a lot, but like and share this. Hopefully, somebody will see this, put it in one of the groups, the gay group or the LBDC ABC group, and we can have a real conversation, man. Because I want to have a conversation from someone from the other so-called other side of the street, right, and get their honest opinion on it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not bashing you. I'm not judging you. I just want to hear your thoughts. And if we gotta go back and forth, we'll go back and forth. That's fine with me, right? But as long as we keep it respectful, we can be passionate and loud and all that. Don't matter to me. But I really want to speak to someone from the other side, so I get your opinion as well because I'm not digging this at all. I don't want it anywhere near the sport. Too much foolishness around the sport as it is. I don't want this in the sport at all.
So, Shorty,
Go ahead.
you coming back? You coming back to win the championship?
What championship, man?
I'm sorry. I
Huh?
mean, all right. I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna forget it. Don't worry.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. You walked yourself into a corny joke corner, so go ahead and finish it.
I'm saying, man, like the transsexual one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. There's a transsexual too. What's the difference, transsexual, transgender? Because I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. So help me out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know what? Transgender, I believe, is the one that forcefully um, moves themselves to a different gender, and then transsexual, I think, is one of those ones that have different body parts. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
somebody in the
no,
chat.
yeah, yeah. That's why I want them. I want y'all to share and like this to all the gay groups or whatever the case may be. I was watching Dr. Phil, and it was a married couple on there. It was a little Mexican dude that looked like the dude from Fantasy Island. You know, they're playing, right? And he was
Mhm.
married to some guy from Minnesota with the long hair and the high pitched voice. But here's the catch: had a full grown beard. So all you heard is, "My name is Mary. How are you?" But full grown beard, and Mary was born Martin. You can go that whole
Dude,
scene freaked me out.
I actually know a dude that literally took the pills for the hormone and shit like that to not have like male growth on the chin and stuff like that. And his name was Eddie when I met him, and then a couple years name
Hmm.
she was Ellie. You know what I'm saying? Her name is Ellie now. You know, and yeah, and she used to compliment my pics on Facebook, bro. My old and I used to be like, yo,
Oh,
I actually called her on Messenger and I was like, look, man, I know that you a
oh,
dude, bro. Like you can't just be complimenting me like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. And he had the fucking nerve to say, what, your wife gets jealous? I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're not understanding what the fuck I'm saying, homie. Like, you can't be like, I know you a dude, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be calling me like,
oh my
oh, he
God.
looks nice, today. Like, don't even compliment
Oh,
my shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on, stay back, bro. Stay back. Easy, bro. Easy.
oh my God. You know what? I'm laughing about. I got a cousin, man. Because like I tell people, I got a beautiful family, and my mom. We all came up together in the crib, me and this cousin. Every time he goes to visit my mom at her job, they're like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And she says, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my nephew. That's my nephew. He's a what she call him? A bag of yeah. She call him eye candy, and he just is like Auntie Sybil. Auntie Sybil, you got to stop that. You got to stop that. I'm 50. I'm 52 years old now. You got to stop that.
No, man.
Eye candy. So I'm
What are
standing
they in
there.
the 80s, the 90s or something?
No, man, they're all different ages, 40, 50, 60. The people that she worked with, right? So they like, damn, he fine. I'm like, hello, ladies. You can have eye candy, or you can have boat candy over here. Whole lot to go around.
Damn,
And he's
bro.
like, he's like, not helping, not helping, man.
Yeah,
Eye
man.
candy.
Well, why
I'm
you always
sorry.
trying to get a slick one in, Troy?
I'm sorry, man. We going off topic, man. I want to stick to the topic about transgenders and boxing, but different things come to my mind when I hear these subjects, man. Different things, but yeah, hey, because that's just me, man. I can't help myself. It says, they say that it happens more than 50% of the time within teenage girl groups. What's that, Con Shanri? Because I didn't see the other part of the conversation, so you got to help me out. What's up, Phil Call Roberts, man? Thank you for your words, man. Thank you. And K Suave, that's what I heard. See, I missed the whole conversation, y'all. So y'all got to help me out and explain to me what y'all talking about. I got a granddaughter that is 16, and she says she is a trans now. Wow. Okay, well, I could have tried that. I could have tried that in Jamaica when I was 16. You, what do you think would have happened to
Did
me,
you
Glenn?
but did you ask her what's her definition of trans? You should have gotten a real different conversation, like a real deep one, and just like pose so many questions that she would have sounded stupid for even claiming that shit.
Oh, I hope. I hope we blessed tonight with some people with some gay. gay guests, man, so we can have a better understanding and a real
Yeah.
conversation.
I mean,
I really hope
yo,
so. Yeah.
and honestly speaking, man, like I got nothing. Again, I got gay cousins. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying? You know, after my mother killed my father, she became gay. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, man. Like it is
Like,
what it is, man. You know, I'm not at all. That's why I said before that I'm accepting. I'm not even like tolerable. Like I'm not somebody that's just like, oh, I'll tolerate them because I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all
mm-hmm.
good with it. I'm all good with it. Yo, you do what you do. Because for me, it's a sexual preference. That's all it is to me. I'm not somebody that's fooled to thinking that, oh, you were born with this craziness and you need to do this and you need. No. For me, it's literally just a sexual preference. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
That's what it is to most people. That's why I'm trying to get a better understanding of how they view life, because I don't know transgender, and you said the other one transsexual. I don't know. Look, man. I'm a simple dude. I'm 51. You say gay, I get it, right? I get it. I've never been approached by a gay man ever in my life. Ever. I had a gay uncle, and my gay uncle told me the only time a gay man would approach someone like you because he knows you're not gay is because he's being disrespectful. He's trying you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I've never had that happen to me. No one's ever tried me like that. At least gay people. They're just like, oh yeah, he ain't gay.
Tell me
He's
the
not.
truth, Troy. Tell me the truth, Troy. Were
Yeah.
you seeking out gay people? Were you trying to be nice to see how they reacted? Were you
No,
seeking them out in gay bars and like holding conversations just to see if they were what your uncle said?
no, but it was this one time where I went to this park. It's called Benjamin Banneker Park. It's like a festival they have down here in Baltimore County. So I walked into this tent, and this guy was selling candles. I got a thing for candles. He makes fancy candles. So I asked him tell me about the candles, how you make them. We were having an in-depth, he was having an in-depth conversation with me about the candles. And for a split second, we kind of locked eyes. And then all of a sudden, he stepped outside the tent. He said, follow me. I followed him. And this white dude comes, start kissing him on the neck and rubbing him and carrying on. And he had the most disgusted look in his face. He's like, stop it. Stop it. That was his husband. He said, stop it. You're being petty. You also know that this man here is not gay. He stepped out the tent with me because his husband wife gave him that look. Not
Yeah.
because of anything I did. It's just because I was just too comfortable. I felt comfortable. I didn't have no. I wasn't checking for him at all. I'm not gay, so I'm comfortable. So then he came over just to claim his property, and I'm like, listen, my man, I don't, listen. If you pee standing up like me, there's absolutely no attraction. So you don't got to worry about me, baby. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I ended up buying 5 candles from the brother. Yeah.
Yeah, son, you felt bad, right? You just want to get out of his face and not make him feel like you were insulting his gayness and shit, right?
So he was fine with it. I was fine with it. He was embarrassed because of what the husband did. It was just so loud and obnoxious. Just, I'm like, that's disgusting, man. Well, in the back of my mind is what I was saying. And then a crowd formed, and they were like, I was gonna buy a candle, but this display right here turned me off. So he actually lost his husband money. You know, he lost his husband money. Just come on, man. You can tell I'm not gay. I might get comfortable, but I ain't gay. So it don't matter to me. I hope that
So
answers your
Troy,
question.
Troy, Troy Grizzy, Troy Grizzy, do you go to gay clubs?
Nah, but no, no, no. But the running joke was one time with Rebel and Damon, a couple other of my friends, that they was going to take me to a gay club one night and see what happens. I, s- I said, well, you could do that, but bring Melvin. Melvin was another one of our friends, and all the gay men gravitate to Melvin.
Only
All
on
of
the
them.
Troy Graham experience. I asked you just to fuck with you, and you actually had a response. Shit,
Man,
damn.
if you don't, Well, if you don't believe me, just call up Rebel. You have his number.
No, I do believe you. That's the whole point. It's like I was throwing you a question out the blue, just like a little dart, and then you answered it. He's like, yeah, I got a story about that too. Shit.
No, no, because Baltimore got a ton of gay clubs. I was surprised myself. Baltimore got a ton of gay clubs, and they right down there. Most of them are by where the strip, down the strip, where where all like the strip clubs are, right? And in that same area, you have a precinct right across the street from the strip clubs, right there, downtown Baltimore. It's called Baltimore Street, right there. So, yeah, because the reason why he was trying to set me up like that, Rebel, is because this is, how you prank somebody. I I did a prank call thing, and they called him and told him he was hired to come and DJ at the club, and it's a gay club, and he had to DJ in his thongs. He's like, what? And then once he found out it was me, he said, "I'm gonna kill you, man." He said, "Only you could do something that stupid, man. Only you. How did you talk the manager into it?" I said, "Cause I'm charming." Yeah, but he's a man. Yeah, but he's gay. But nah, man, that's how I am. But how about you, there, tough guy? You ever been approached by a gay man?
Nah, man. To be honest, with you, nah, never, never, never. I've been besides Eddie that turned into Ellie. No one's never complimented me like that. And then, to be honest with you, earlier in life, my mother had a fucking drag queen friend and shit like that. And this motherfucker like wouldn't even get close to me because I used to look at that motherfucker real dirty and shit. You know what I'm saying? So nah, it never really happened to me like that. You know what I'm saying? It never really happened to me like that. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm mad about that because I'm very good with that. I'm very good that I didn't like get no attention from that because I didn't really want that attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I don't want to fucking tell you what the fuck I feel, man. Just stay away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But gay in boxing is nothing new. I don't have a problem with gays in boxing. That's not the issue here, though, about being gay in boxing. The whole transgender thing is what I have an issue with because there's a line you
Well, yeah,
cross where
because
it's just not fair.
yeah. Well, yeah, Troy, my bad. I don't want to cut you off, but I do have to cut you off because I know you were talking about it before I jumped on, and that's what I'm trying to say is the strength. Like if you're a man, you're a fucking man, whether you identify with that shit or not. Your fucking bones are bone, like you know what I'm saying, like you're fucking man. You can do whatever the fuck you want as far as hormones and shit like that. You're a fucking man, bro. Your bone structure, your height, your fucking power is of a man. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Try to like act like you need to do the same thing as females. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not treating you right because you identify as a female. You know what I'm saying? Well, then if you identify as a female, don't get into professional sports. You know what I'm saying? Because they should be able to identify what a female and a male is. That's it.
Yeah, they
You
should,
got, you
but
got different you got different avenues. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just go. You can't just be a fucking mortician and go and say, look, I'm the best fucking birthday cake maker, and I'm gonna fucking go up on a fucking TV channel and compete for the best fucking cake maker. No, you can't do that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a fucking mortician, you're a fucking mortician. You know what I'm saying? Put your fucking skills to where they're at. Like, don't try to switch it up and just say, hey, because now, I feel like I'm a baker. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck that I spent 40 years being a mortician. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to be a baker today. No, it's not like that, bro. I don't. Yeah, fuck that shit, bro. You can identify as a fucking baker all you want, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no fucking credibility over here. Nah.
yeah, yeah, hold on. I don't know if I'm still on mute or not. Nope, I'm not on mute. But yeah, that's exactly the way I feel. I see your boy in here with the smooth name always mess up. Pure sense. Go ahead and say it for me.
Oh, puro central, puro central.
Puro,
Yeah, that's
puro,
that.
puro, puro central.
Yeah,
Jump
yeah,
up
that's the
on that.
homie right there, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody in the chat's the homies right there, man. Yo, even if
yeah,
even when we got trolls, they the homies too, man, because they still here. So
yeah,
Carl Roberts is the homie, Con Shonery's the homie, K Savoy is the homie, Budo's the homie, you know what I'm saying? Remy, I know Remy was here just a minute ago, Kate Quinn, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Who else got
Remy
up in
was
here, man?
Remy was here. And KQ, KQ. That's the
Kate
first
Quinn.
timer. K Quinn, K Quinn. Okay, that's the first timer. So yeah, and Phil Carl Roberts. We go back to when I was with somebody else who had no respect for anything I did. So yeah, and who else is on here? Remy, Mark Nash is on here for a minute. Enrom, I actually met Enrom on a cooking show called Ya de Belly. That's how I know Enrom, you know. Hey, jump up on the panel, man. The uh Butro Central. Jump up on the panel. The what you call it is in the chat. You just
You
gotta
gotta drop
scroll
it
up. You'll
again,
see
man.
it.
Drop it again.
I gotta do it again. Let me see. So
Of course, man. You can't be lazy, man. Tell them to look for shit. That man, if you inviting somebody,
uh,
drop that shit right there.
hard work, baby. That's how it works. Hard work.
He's like, man, hey, hop on, bro. But yeah, you gonna need to look for that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. You gotta help people out.
This is I don't get this. Why does it do this to me sometimes? It should be just a press of a button, but it ain't.
Oh shit. Troy Graham deleted himself, bro. Troy Graham straight up said, yo, every time I press this button, it does some crazy shit. It kicks me out and it lets Major Key run my panel. Oh shit, he's back. You talking shit, Troy? Because you on mute if you talking shit, just so you know.
No, I'm still learning, man. So I'm invite guests, copied to clipboard, bam. Then go to more, post comment, and then post. But it ain't letting me post. It's saying everything. Come on, stop it. It's saying
What were
copy
you
shit.
on your laptop or your tablet?
No, yeah, I'm doing it on my tablet.
Yeah, there should be the invite section right there, the invite button, and then when you hit that, it gives you the.
Yeah, yeah. That part is fine. It's just that I can't. I think he's on. Is he on? No, he's not on. I thought I saw him on here. Yeah, he's on here. I had to stream. There he is.
What's up, fellas?
Bam. What's up, man?
Same old, brother. Same old, man. Just getting home. Just getting home.
Okay, you sound tired, man. You just
I'm
sound
okay,
tired.
actually. I'm okay. Just I had to
Okay.
do a little bit. I had to do a job, last minute job.
Okay.
Make some money.
Oh, okay. You sound like you did a double, man, like 12 hours or something.
Nah, I worked early. Started at 6, got off like at noon. And then I got like a little app to do like little odd jobs and shit. So I went to go do a quick job.
Good. Hey, man. Always, always good to make money, man. Always good to make money and enjoy it. But go ahead and say what's up to old Major Key there, aka
He
Bright
dropped
Lights
off.
Big City. Did
He
he drop
dropped off.
off? Oh
Yeah,
Lord. All
yeah.
right. His signal's probably bad like mine. I'm trying to get the thing back up in here. Uh copy copy the clipboard, right? Bam. 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 All I gotta do is paste. Bam. There it is. Okay. All right. Now I get it. Now I get it. I was taking my time. Taking my time. Okay. Major Key new show. So yeah, listen, let me give you the gist of the conversation. I don't know if you saw the artwork I did for the show, right?
I
So
didn't. I quickly glanced at it, but go ahead, shoot.
okay, so yeah, well the topic of discussion is transgenders do not belong in boxing. And here's why I say that. If you were born a man and now you change this and that, and you're now considered a woman, you still have man strength. So it doesn't make that a fair fight, right? If
Yeah,
you were
I would
born a
agree.
Yeah, if you were born a woman and you got some things done, and now some hanging, and and instead of being Velma, you're now Willie. Uh, you know, uh, you still fighting men. Why don't they just start their own league? Wouldn't that make more sense?
I mean, shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, like, I mean, I would like if I was in charge of like making a decision. Should I let somebody who's transgender compete with other men, or however way it would work out? I mean, like, dude, it'd be something. I guess. I mean, that's unprecedented. I would assume. It's kind of a relatively new thing.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I totally understand the argument. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you were born a man, but then you want to be considered a woman, or you do changes to yourself to become a woman, I'm assuming you would still have man strength. So that would kind of be an unfair advantage. So I mean, shit, man, I wouldn't want to be the dude to make that decision, to be honest.
yeah. See, I don't have a problem with them. Period. I just
Me
wanted to be
neither.
fair across the board. I give you a perfect example. Women boxing. Okay, when they started boxing, they weren't put in there with men.
They
They
weren't.
were no, they were put in there with other women, right?
Facts.
So why don't you do the same things for the transgender? And I don't know how a transgender is different from a transsexual. So I got a lot of questions that I would ask if somebody from the LDBC ABDQ community. I don't know. I don't know the friggin' letters would call in and just school me on it because
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about your gayness. That's not my issue here. My issue is fairness, right?
Yeah. Correct.
I want everything fair across the board. If this boy was born a boy, but now he considers himself a woman, I want him in there with someone else who was born a boy and now considers himself a woman. I don't want him in there with my daughter. You understand me?
Yeah, I think that would be the fairest way.
Yeah, it ain't fair. There you go. There you go. Bright lights, big city. He's back up in here.
What up, Major?
Major, you on mute, man. But yeah, I'm striving for fairness. I don't give a damn about your sexual preference or none of that nonsense. That's your friggin' business, right?
Me neither. Got my own problems. Nah,
Yeah, exactly. Major, you on mute? What are you frozen?
he's
He
probably
must
just
be.
doing something.
Yeah, he probably doing something real quick. But isn't Shields trans and shit? I don't know. KQ. I really don't know. That's why I'm saying I really want some. I really want a couple of folks from the gay community, or from that whole community over there, to yeah, he's having an issue with his signal
Oh,
to beam in. You know, transgender
no, that,
means
that
a
would be
gender.
informative.
Yeah, Phil Carl Roberts. I think transgender means gender change. The fight should not be mixed between genders. You're absolutely right. Just like they shouldn't share a bathroom either. You know.
Yeah, man. It's all to try to not hurt people's feelings. It's just
I,
you're going against life there. Your feelings are going to get hurt eventually.
let me tell you what. I'm a 51-year-old black man. I've been hurt. I've been hurt a lot. I'm fine for it.
Life is pain. Life is pain, there, Troy.
I might have a horrible sense of humor to most people, but hey, it's funny to me. I don't give a damn what you think. It's funny to me. I
Hey, man,
don't
if you found
care
the
what you
humor in
think.
everything, bro, I mean, usually you're doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, listen to me. You go through these stages in life, and this is the God's honest truth. I was an insecure, stuttering little fat boy, right? And I
Hmm.
had the gap teeth back then. I get beat up a lot, and my grandmother bought my shoes and my school supplies and the cleaning supplies all in one store.
All right.
It's a store called Conway's in New York. So we stayed on broke, and well, I can't say that. I can't say that 'cause she had a good job. But any place they were giving out cheese and peanut butter back in the day in the neighborhood,
Hmm.
grandma grabbed my behind and we went out and got our cheese and peanut butter. Understand me?
Hey, man, freeze me. I
So
don't turn down nothing but my collar.
see, I tell people all the time, I only turn down my collar and bad manners. That's
There it
it.
is.
And I won't turn down nothing else. So please don't bring it to me. So Anyway, I come from that type of background. I'm fine with it. So when you come from that type of background, you see a lot of things that really I'm not going to get into tonight. That's a different show, right?
Yeah,
So you either learn to get better from it or you get bitter from it, right?
of course.
I give you a perfect story, then I'll do another show about that. So where I lived in the Bronx, there's a place called the Coops, or we really the co-ops, but it's called the Coops, right across the street from the projects, right?
All right.
So we had the Latinos, we had the blacks, we had the Asians, the Polish and the Italians lived up up the road past the subway station, right?
All right.
The albino, no, the albinos, Albanians live further down. Nobody liked them but them. Nobody. The Italians didn't care for them.
Crazy.
The Polish didn't care for them. There's a reason for that, but that's a whole nother show. So anyhow, there was a a biker gang. It was Latino biker gang that lived in this building, and they used to be out there cooking and carrying on. And this other biker gang came and they had a shootout, right?
Shit.
So the leader of the Italian biker gang, I think I might have some trendsetter. Hold on for me. He he got shot. He got shot in the behind. And you ever seen one of those bikes with a sidecar,
Yes.
right? So he tried to get on his bike and ride himself to the hospital, which only was a few blocks up the road, right?
Hmm.
And he kept sliding off because he had a bullet lodged in his butt, on his left butt cheek, right? In his left butt
Bullet bit him.
cheek. So I was up on the roof with my cousin. The buildings were only 5 stories, and we couldn't stop laughing. He's like, he kept saying, "I can't ride my bike. Can't ride my bike. My ass is burning." My ass is burning, right?
And I know what you're
Laugh
talking
my
about,
ass
Troy.
off.
I know what you're talking about. That was on that was on Allerton Avenue.
that
Links that were busting that
was
down.
that was by the second court, man. By the second court,
Yeah,
right?
and that was the Chinglings, right? The Chinglings.
Oh, I don't even remember their name. I was laughing so hard, Glenn.
Yeah,
I nearly fell
Chinglings.
off
I
the
know
damn
exactly
roof,
what you're talking
right? So we were laughing so loud and hard that they kept looking around. Who the hell is laughing? We had to throw ourselves back down on the
You guys,
roof,
you
right?
guys, you guys could probably
So,
even actually Google the Chinglings like that. That was actually like a real biker gang in the Bronx back in the
oh
'80s
yeah,
and shit. They were no joke, bro.
oh
Like the
man,
motherfuckers are crazy, bro.
yeah, because that dude was like, all we heard was, "My ass is burning." Right? So,
Shit.
yeah, so they put him in the sidecar and had his legs just dangling and rode him to the hospital, right? And that was just one of the things I saw coming up, and we can't help but make jokes about that, you
Yeah,
know?
man. Yeah, no, for sure. It's a perfect story, actually.
Yeah, and my ass is burning.
Reminds me of Forrest Gump and shit.
Trendsetter boxing, trendsetter boxing. Go ahead and hit the link, man. It's in the chat, so I can, yeah, so I can remember who you are. You scroll up a little bit, you'll see it, brother. It's right there. But yeah, man. But I hope. Listen, with all the nonsense going on with boxing already, a lot of fights aren't getting made. XYZ. We don't need no more problems. You know,
Yeah, I hear
we
you.
don't. We don't, man. But
Oh, so
you
hey,
were saying,
listen, guys. Troy Graham broke up. Troy Graham broke up. So I'm just gonna explain what he was trying to say. I know that when Troy Graham breaks up, I can jump in and say he was basically saying that Rolly Romero can beat Dillian White any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like no hesitation. Rolly Romero in Troy's eyes is number one over Dillian White. He's the only person that could beat Dillian White.
okay, now,
Shit, man.
But you see, your stream be so fucked up sometimes with that fucking internet shit that you believed it too. You let me take over. You see that shit?
no, no. I was gonna reply and tell everyone that was your uncle who got shot in the left butt cheek and had to be taken to the hospital.
Fuck.
So yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. Oh boy, my damn chest hurt now. But yeah, so other than that, man, everything is good. And as far as I know, April's a hot month for boxing because we got three fights in April that'll go to four.
Oh, we got 3 fights this weekend. We got Triple G versus
Yeah.
Murata. We got fucking Lubin versus Sebastian Fendora, and we got Ryan Garcia versus Tago. You know what I'm saying? Those are the pretty much three fights this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not on the upper echelon of what we want to watch, but that's a pretty interesting weekend of boxing, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
There's implications with the Murata fight too. Triple G
There's
loses.
implication in all three.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because Fendora's right now being pushed like that, but Lubin only has one loss against Charlo. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lubin's
That's
good
it.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we seen the video where he dropped even though they say that that he wasn't supposed to be hitting that hard, he was supposed to only be sparring and shit like that, light sparring, but he dropped Berlanga. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw the video.
So yeah, bro, you got all that shit. You got Ryan Garcia, the fucking little phenom, the fucking model guy, and shit like that, bro. Like it's an interesting weekend in boxing, bro. It's interesting. I'm not gonna say it's a big weekend in boxing, but it's interesting.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is Trendsetter, aka Jalik, right?
What's poppin'?
That's
There you
Jalik
go.
Lena?
There you go.
What's up?
Shout out to Puro Sword. Shout out to Major Key. We still we still gotta do our battle too, because you think you got.
Oh, that is Jalik Lena. What's up, homie? What's going on, man? Long time no speak, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man.
Shout out to Big More Troy Gam. Glad you're doing better. What's poppin'?
Salute, Jalik.
What do you rap, man?
Well,
he claims to rap. He said he want to battle me. You don't even know he's gonna get buried before he even grab the mic, bro. But whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the little homie.
He owns the Blimpies, man. He owns some Blimpies. He's talking about rapping sandwiches. That's
Blimpies is like Quiznos, right?
Nah, hold on.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? I like you. So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you one piece of advice. I'm gonna drop a major key here.
Yeah.
The problem is, right, with a lot of new school dudes, because I like new school dudes, but I feel like they don't appreciate the old school. And don't get me wrong, the old school dudes that are not mentoring the younger ones, they're wrong too. But here's the thing. What makes things relevant to you right now, because obviously the skills as far as how they were delivering the syllables, right, the wordplay, as well as the bars and everything, the similes, the everything that was being delivered was there was a point being made. But the problem is that the new school doesn't appreciate it because they don't understand what the what is it called, the social shit was like for example, the popular shit, the pop, right? Because you have to add pop, like what's popular right now, right, into your music. And right now, the people don't understand the pop that was there at that time. So the people that were there at that time will tell you, yo, that was the sickest shit anybody ever heard, ever. And so you might hear some shit that you say, hey, that's the sickest shit I heard ever. However, then you have to break it down to delivery. And the delivery was, for me, nastier back in the days. The way that shit, the people were breaking the shit down, like, back and forth, like, you could fucking carry syllables and the same sequence for fucking 8 to 12 to 18 to 24 bars, bro. That was sick, bro. That was sick.
So who's some of your people that you like?
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Busta Rhymes. Don't get Cassidy twisted. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes, Cassidy. Look at Big Pun, of course. You know what I'm saying? Look at Big L. Look at LL Cool J, but even if he was doing it for females, he knew how to do music, which is the difference. I think a lot of people will mistake that the whole thing. There's lyricism, then there's entertainment. So you could do entertainment, but don't forget about the lyricism. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes people forget about that. But yeah, there's so many people I could bring up. Rakim was nice with it. You know what I mean? Cool G Rap was nice with it. There was so many. Yo, Queen Latifah, a female, was nice with it. You know what I mean? Queen Latifah was sick.
Fact.
Who you like out now though?
that's the point. I can't tell you anybody that's new that I like, bro.
So you like Troy Brown with boxing. You only like the old school, but okay, I see.
No, it's not that. I can listen to it, but nothing really like brings me in. Like I wish something would. I wish like the last person that really struck me. Let me see, man. Let me see. Honestly speaking, for full music, for like a complete album and all that shit was probably J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, like you know what I'm saying, Joel Ortiz, like you know what I'm saying. Crooked, I've been around for a minute, so I'm not gonna say him, but like some of the dudes from Slaughterhouse. But yo, like really, like bro, it's hard to get somebody to really make, because the lyrics is supposed to make you feel like it's supposed to give you a visual of what they're talking about. It's not just supposed to be spitting off words that rhyme but don't make sense. It's supposed to make you have a mental image of what they're talking about. You know what I mean? And
you're under the impression that people that like rap now only likes what's current, or you don't? What you think?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that unfortunately, a lot of people right now though don't respect the old school. I'm not saying everybody does. I'm not saying that at all, because just like I can't say like every old school person hates what's going on right now, because I don't hate what's going on, because sometimes I run across something that I'm like, oh shit, that was creative as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Oh yo, I like that bar that he spit. You know what I'm saying? I like that. And shit like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I listen for talent. So if I hear it, then I appreciate it. But if I don't hear it, then I gotta say what I'm saying.
I got you. Yeah, I love.
And that's why I would body you anytime we battle, bro.
Trust me.
I'm just playing with you, man. Nah, man. I love you, Jalik, man. Hey, I'm just playing, man. Don't even get too deep, because you're gonna start thinking of me.
It's all fun, bro. It's not like it's not personal. It's just fun. But I know you can't beat me, bro. Because I can.
I know you can't beat me, bro. You the one that started saying it after you heard me rap, bro. And you ain't even hear my delivery to you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know Sebastian Fendora is only like fighting Lou, man. I'm gonna bring you the full camp.
Who y'all think gonna win that fight? I think Lubin gonna meme him. He kind of big.
That's why I said that. Me too. I think Lubin got that, bro. I don't think Fendora is ready for it, man. I think he was a hype job. He's tall. It was he's a press fighter. He's good at what he does, but he's got so many things that he should be working on instead of fighting on Lubin.
Yeah, I think
I haven't seen enough of Lubin.
He damn near lost his last fight against the boy that's fighting Tony Harrison. You seen it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that he's qualified right now to be fighting a Lubin. I think he should be working on the things that he fucked up on in the last fight.
Yeah, maybe, to be honest with you, he might get more smoke. He might do better at 160 because it's less. I think it's more competition at 154 to 160. You know, it ain't really who at 160. Andrade left unless he decide to come back after he fights Zach Parker. He got Jamal Charlo, Triple G, and Murata. I'm not even watching that fight. I'm not watching that. So, so if he loses,
that's a whole other one too, right?
Yeah, I will. If he loses, go to 160. All he got to do is put up a good fight, just like Rolly. Even if Rolly lose, if he put up a good fight, he still be good. You know.
Now, if Rolly wins, though, let's be honest, bro. Like, he needs to talk the most shit. He could talk shit for a year and get away with it.
Exactly, bro. He know how.
If he beats Gervonta Tank Davis, bro, he could talk shit for a year and build his stock while he's talking shit. And then the next time he has a fight, bro, he could demand at least $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, a couple million. Yeah, he get 3, 4, 5 million. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about demanding a couple of million, but maybe $1 million. But I don't know
how much. Not to get into money, because I want him to get the best. Look at Homeboy. That him beating Tank is. What you think is bigger, Rolly upsetting Tank or Kambosos beating Teofimo?
Rolly.
Tank.
Big, bro.
Yeah, Tank win.
Yeah, so Kambosos is capitalizing off of his money. You know what I mean? Now he can demand stuff because Rolly is not a boogeyman. Everybody want to fight him because for some reason everybody think he trash, but I think they underestimate him, to be honest with you.
Better. Yeah, Teofimo
belongs.
Yeah, Teofimo is a perfect example of how you almost throw away your career. He had everything in the palm of his hands and he let it slip. Now he can come back if he just get himself focused. But if he doesn't get himself focused,
But
trust me, he's
Depends on who
going to
around.
be a never was.
yeah,
Huh?
but Troy, elaborate on that because it's a deep conversation when you say that, right? In the sense that, right, Tio for himself, right? You said what were the words that you used so I don't misconstrue what you said.
I said that Tio is a perfect example of someone who almost threw away
Right.
their whole career. Now
Okay.
listen, he beat Lomachenko. What he should have did was give Lomachenko the rematch, beat him again, but more convincingly. Then there'd be no questions about his victory.
Okay.
From
Thank you for
from
saying that.
there,
That's actually what I was going to bring up. Or
right,
at least give Devin Haney the shot.
He watched.
right,
At least
and
give
then
Devin
from
Haney
there,
the
and then from there he goes to Haney. From there he goes to Haney. If he beats Haney, there's Ryan out there. He can move to 140. There's Josh Taylor. It was so much for him that he could have done, but sit around for a whole year and don't do nothing, and then you finally get a fight and you lose and you get knocked down in the first round, and then you come out and say that you won the fight, looking like you have a hard-boiled egg on your eye or something. Come on, man.
His mouth is changing them, but Lomachenko, he dominated Lomachenko. Like I wasn't even close, so I'm like, why Lomachenko a rematch? Like I don't get it.
I'm
what's
sorry,
the difference between
Pudo? If you don't have nothing to say, Pudo, I want to jump in real quick and just respond to.
I had
what,
something to say, but go ahead,
said.
brother.
All right.
You got it.
I just want to jump into what you said. The thing is about the whole Loma thing. He said he didn't want to look back. Look back. What do you mean look back, bro? Like you're defending your championship against. I understand that. Yo, I understand the whole fuck up with the WBC transferring the belt. I understand that shit. Trust me. This is why if people don't understand what happened with the WBC, let me tell you real quickly. The only thing that is like Estrada can get it because he already had a WBC. Canelo could get it. He already had a WBC, and we're talking about world titles, right? And then Loma got it because he was the world title holder of the WBC. They didn't expect him when they made that rule change to transfer the belts. They didn't expect Teofimo to win, bro, and that's where they fucked up, bro. That's where they fucked up. Because if you look at everything else is legitimate, but they don't recognize him by the WBO, IBF, the WBA. They don't recognize him. Why? Because he never held the WBC champions, the world title, before he got that transferable belt. That's why, and they had already given it to Devin Haney. That's why there's this confusion there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look, it's simple to me, man.
We'll see on June 4th, and that'll be for the undisputed. We'll see if it's
whoever wins, I'm happy with. Hey, I'm a Haney fan, bro. I'm a Haney fan. I'm a Kambosos fan, man.
Yeah, we'll see who win. And if Rolly that week before, if Rolly shook the world, that's gonna send them. That's gonna be crazy. And if you think about it, if his contract really is up, don't you think it's kind of beneficial for Rolly to win the fight? Because Rolly looks like he loved being on Mayweather Promotions. He don't got no problem. It's not about the money. He just happy to get all the attention. So from a business, you like shit. And then not only that, you got a new rival. You can't be a star without a rival. Not no pay-per-view star. Roy Jones never was no pay-per-view star because he was dominating, but Oscar was because he had all the competition. So
you think they'll stretch it out to 3?
Huh?
You think they'll stretch it out to 3 fights?
And he might beat him again, just like Mayorga beat Forrest twice. So you never know. But they'll try. Yeah.
Who might be who again?
Nah, I say if Rolly beat Tank, because they try to make a trilogy if Tank win the rematch and then have a trilogy. But if he beat him twice, they ain't gonna have no third fight.
Yeah, and they're not gonna have a second. I mean, Rolly's like he's like a prayer to beat the Tank. It's just, I mean, stranger shit has happened. You get what I'm saying?
You don't think he got no chance at all? Like,
nah, not with his skill, and not with a fighter like the skill of a Tank. It's just you're just hoping on that you're gonna land a shot that he doesn't see coming, and like you don't set up your shots like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he awkward, and if he real aggressive and
yeah,
then it's different. Because you don't
I
like
think it's a little, yeah, I think it's a little deeper than that. I don't think it's just like that. You know, a lot of people look at Rolly and you know, oh, he's just winging shots and shit like that. Because I thought the same thing. When you look at it closely, bro, like he's winging shots at the right times, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he is timing. Even though they telegraphed a little bit, he's timing. And Javante Davis is not great on defense like that. You know what I mean? He gets clipped too.
Crazy.
I disagree.
This fight, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This is the fight.
Well, we shall see.
This the Earl fight is the one that's the most anticipated, man. And the Jamel Charlo, this fight is.
I'm not checking for Earl versus your cat.
Only one I care about is April 30th, man.
That'll be good because
I mean, you got
Troy. You got to give him props. The undercard is probably the best undercard I've seen in a while.
Who's on the undercard? Because I don't even know.
Ryo versus somebody. They got Butayev versus Stanionis. They got Cody Crawley versus Jose Cito, which is good. Cody Crawley, nice Canadian that just beat the #1 guy in the IBF. And then they got
Rocky,
got Pitbull versus Gamble. I know Gamble is done, but Pitbull impressed me last fight. So the undercard is the best I've seen in years.
Everybody's nice.
Everybody's name on there sound like food except for Pitbull. Everybody's name sound like food except for Pitbull. You know.
Did you watch Cody Crawley fight?
Yo, when's that? When's that though? When is the fight?
Saturday. That's next Saturday.
Wow, that is a good card. I must admit. Butayev versus Stanionis.
Yeah, that's for the #1. That's that. Cody Crawley is. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he fought Thurman, he got a real good chance of winning. A real good chance.
Cody Crawley sounds like another name for the crabs.
It sound like it.
That's what it sounds like.
When you see him fight, he hungry. He hungry.
He's undefeated too, right?
Huh?
He's undefeated
I'm
too,
hungry.
right?
Yeah.
I'm hungry, shit, but I can't eat this late.
You hungry? You know.
I'm gonna send you Uber Eats right now, bro, or DoorDash.
Yeah, that's a good card though. What other fights y'all looking forward to watching though?
Only one I care about is on April 30th, man.
Hold on.
Oh, you? Oh, yeah.
Listen.
You be on.
Listen, hold on for a second, y'all. Let me say this. Whoever this dude is that keeps trying to get on here and troll me, you can't use my own name to get on my show, jackass. I mean, knock it off. Knock it off, man. Go find something to do. Y'all didn't see the naked.
Out, bro. Troll.
Yeah. You know, y'all didn't see the naked picture that I had to erase real quick. So then he tries to troll me with my own name, but as a blank. You can't troll Troy Graham and be Troy Graham. Knock it off, man. Go find something else to do, please.
Crazy, man.
Troy, you gotta authenticate. There's the 3 dots on the top of the image. Anytime they come in the background, you hit the 3 dots and it'll tell you what their real name is. Got you.
All right, I'll do that.
So you looking forward, Suro?
Yes, sir.
Puro. You looking for the Valdez fight, right?
Yeah, man. That's the only one that interests me right now, man. To be honest, I am interested in the there was this other fight that I was interested in but I forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only one I care about right now, man.
Toronto and Taylor are gonna be good too. That's in 3 weeks. We got fights from the 9th all the way to, I'm talking about diehards. From 9th all the way to June 18th for like 12, 11 weeks straight of fights. So that's
yeah, man. The schedule's pretty packed on.
You got money on Oscar?
I do, like $1,000.
Oh, you a diehard for real?
I'm not even a huge Oscar fan. It's just
are you not? Wow.
I to some of the dudes that I made bets with, like, I mean, I wish I didn't make them because I just made the bets to kind of rub it in when Valdez wins. You know, I think he's gonna win, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just the way that they're just building up Shakur to be something that he's not.
So what you think that they hyping up that you think that he's not?
Well, like literally, like I hear, oh, he's gonna knock out Valdez. You know, he's gonna destroy Valdez. It's gonna be easy work. I'm like, what are you talking about? Don't get me wrong. Shakur has tremendous promise. I mean, he had a big win with Jamel, but I mean, you got to put everything in perspective. I mean, like, he won a vacant belt against Joette. You know, it was an okay fight. I mean, I didn't think it was all that great of a fight, but Shakur did what he had to do. You know, he won his belt. You know, when he beat Jamel Herring, to me, there was a certain point where Jamel was like, "Shit, I can't do anything," and, you know, and I don't know. I just think he was going through the motions, so they eventually the ref stopped it, but
Bro,
not
can I
taking
say
away
something?
nothing from Shakur. Not oh, go ahead,
Yeah,
go ahead, Mitch P.
yeah, no, I want to say something before my boy jumps in. But like literally, bro, I think and I respect your opinion, bro. But I think that Shakur is very skilled, bro. I think that Oscar Valdez instead is the one that beat the old Miguel Burchell, and he's not really that great like people see him, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to say, but I like Oscar Valdez, but I think Shakur Stevenson is a younger lion, and he's gonna win that fight, bro.
And see, I'm not even mad at that. Like for you, like for the people that have given me that argument, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, like I can see what you're saying, and I've never said that Shakur wasn't skilled. It's just like literally he's not gonna knock him out because he hasn't shown any in any of his fights that he fights in a manner to like literally he's gonna
Yeah,
like
that
he's
part
not
I
a
agree with
puncher.
you with.
You get what I'm
I
saying?
agree with you.
And
I agree with you on
and
that part. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
he's gonna knock him out either.
yeah, and the thing is like literally like Shakur has never like been in with an animal like Valdez, like and this is actually the base of my argument. I've seen Valdez outbox numerous times, still pulls out the win. Guy has a tremendous chin, so I mean, I don't see how Shakur is going to be able to keep him off of him. I can see him outboxing him, you know, and if he has success, you know, and Valdez, you know, he just kind of succumbs to maybe he puts on a master class. I don't know, but I mean, it's just if I haven't seen a boxer do it, I can't assume he's going to. You get what I'm saying? And then we don't. And this is the two key things about Shakur. We don't know. We don't know if he can take a punch. And then two, the biggest thing is that we don't know what he'll do if shit starts going wrong. You get what I'm saying? And I've seen that from Valdez. Valdez got like all the boxes checked. If you get what I'm saying, I'm not saying he's gonna win. I mean, I'm putting my money he's gonna win.
Hey, if you put 1,000, you better be confident.
No, I'm super confident. To me personally, I remember when there were first kind of the rumblings of this fight possibly happening, maybe a year and a half ago. I was like, yeah, Bob's not gonna push a corner in there with Valdez, you know. And then he came out with an interview talking about how they wanted to make the Valdez and Navarrete fight. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right, that makes more sense now, you know. And then when the fight was like kind of like, it was like, nah, he's not gonna do it. And then when they actually made it, I'm like, holy shit, are you the hell? You know, so I was like, I don't think Shakur's ready for Valdez, especially Valdez coming off of like kind of like an embarrassing performance. Me personally, I had Valdez winning or a draw, but still, I think Valdez, and I think he's showing it too. Like he's not on social media. Like you just see the videos you see coming out. He's looking. I mean, like literally, he's coming in here to. I think, and I hope, obviously, because I got some money on it. He's coming in prepared, and he's coming in to prove to the doubters and you know the whole like Fentermine situation. I just think he's coming in here with something to prove, and it's just I've me personally, like if I was moving a fighter, if I was a matchmaker, I just wouldn't put my like one of my top fighters in a fight like right after this guy got embarrassed. You get what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. It could add up to being just a long night for Shakur, to be honest.
Well, that's a I respect that. That's a unique perspective. I got money on it. I got money on the fight too. You know what I'm saying? I got money on the fight too with Shakur. Yeah, man, Shakur defense. His defense alone, man, it's hard to beat guys like that. If Oscar Valdez had a style like Virgil Ortiz, where he pressure you and know how to prevent you from clinching, because that's if you look at Shakur, he know how to clinch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of his best attributes. Yeah.
Boring. A lot of people say, hey, that's boring. But if you look at Andre Ward, he mastered that. So it allows you to reset. So if you can't get your feet set, he's kind of in control of the fight. So that's why I was interested to see how if Oscar Valdez can come in there with put mental pressure on him, but also prevent him from doing. I haven't seen that yet from Oscar. I've seen it from Virgil Ortiz or something like that. I haven't seen it. And Lomachenko can do it too. I haven't seen that from him because
talking at the same weight class at 130, I would say that old school Carl Frampton could do it. Not the Carl Frampton that we know right now, but an old school Carl Frampton could beat Shakur Stevenson. but it takes a lot because Carl Frampton was nasty with those hands, man. You know what I mean? It takes a lot. You got to be very skilled, very talented. You got to know how to work with both styles. You got to be able to deal with pressure and bring pressure yourself, cut off angles. Like Carl Frampton was the whole package, man. He's one of those dudes that's for me like underappreciated right now. You know, for what he did in his career.
Yeah, I think Tank and Lomachenko got the best chance at 130 for Shakur because he's real confident right now, and you know it's a certain way you got to throw your left hooks on southpaws. If he do that, then whatchamacallit was great at it. After what's his name, Angulo? You see the Laura fight? He know how to throw that left hook. He dropped him twice. A lot of people.
Only reason I bring up this dude though. Only.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He dropped off, Major Key.
He dropped off. Yeah, but Oscar has one of those left hooks, man. I mean, it's vicious, bro.
I don't want to scare your hopes because I could talk more. I'm gonna just wait to the fight.
No, man. I mean, like, trust me. Like, I mean, I can't change my bets no more. I
got
what I got, but I mean, I still like to hear other perspectives. You know.
Let me tell you what I see when I look at this fight between, Shakur and Valdez. One of them is a very multifaceted fighter. The other one is an aggressive fighter, and he has power. He has some power, and that's what I see. And we'll see. We'll see who wins that fight. You know, the one with the aggression and the power. Who knows only one way to win, which is to just come at you and beat you and break you until you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Shakur, who hasn't really scratched the surface of who he really is yet. He's getting there though, but he's a very multifaceted type of guy. I think you said he fights at 130 right now, right?
Yeah, that's for unified. But he chasing Lomachenko. I won't be surprised.
Don't be surprised if he moves to 135.
Oh yeah, right after this fight.
Don't be surprised if that happens.
And then activate his mandatory spot, and they either have him fight for all the belts or they just have him fight Lomachenko. That's what he wants anyway.
Yeah, I see him out boxing this. I see him out boxing this young man in a tough fight. As long as he stays within himself and he doesn't trade with him, and he doesn't give him that timing to where he stays too long. Because sometimes as a fighter, you'll come inside, you'll do your damage, and you'll take pictures of your work. You'll admire your work. Mm-hmm. That's when you get hit. It's because how I always train the young ones is see it, hit it, move. 1, 2, and the third move is you moving. Do not stand there and take pictures and get all happy with yourself. Move, right? And you switch rhythms. You could be on 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Whatever the rhythm is. You confuse yourself, which will confuse them, right?
Right.
Not as difficult as it sounds, but that's what you got to do. Sometimes you could go in there with a lead right, and then pop them with it, with a jab on the way out. Like I didn't see that coming. Exactly. And then you back to jabbing and moving, right?
Yeah. Speaking of knockouts with Shakur, if it do be a knockout, it'll be like late TKO. Because he does know how to use his power. I think Haney got more power than Shakur, but I think Shakur know how to use his power better because he does break you down. So at the end of the fight, he take your weapons away. You frustrated because you can't really hit him. And then he consistently go to the body. Haney don't really go to the body. So it's not, he doesn't slow the guys down, and he kind of give guys a chance to like maybe hit him with a shot. And I think Haney gets a little bored. Shakur focus is a little bit sharper, and Homeboy does get cut. Oscar Valdez, he get cut. So if I see a knockout, I see it as a TKO late or cuts or something like that.
I've never seen Shakur break anybody down, man. So I mean, I can't make that assumption.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's just, and that's the whole thing with me. It's just like he says it, and people say it. It's just like, well, where have you seen it? I mean, like Natalia is a. I'm sorry.
You don't think he broke him down on the Herring fight?
I saw Herring give up, man. I did.
He got
like not give up to like where like I don't want to fight anymore. It's just like
You get that's called breaking fighter down. Floyd used to do it. They can't hit him.
I mean, I'll give it to you, man. But I mean, like, I mean, Shakur ain't Floyd, man. That's not even close.
But you get how he breaks the fighters down though. Part Crawford
I
does it.
don't. I mean, I'll give you Jamel Herring. I'll give you Jamel Herring, but I mean that's the only time I've seen it. I mean, um, I like me personally, like if I was putting, if I wanted, if I thought Shakur was gonna win, I mean, it wouldn't be because of the Jamel fight.
I got you. We'll see, man.
You know?
Hopefully it's competitive. Like, you know what I mean? Hopefully he put up a good fight. Hopefully
I think it's gonna be like the Nakatilia fight, bro. I do. I mean, hey, he won. He won. He
so
won.
you think he gonna win then?
What happened?
you bet?
No, I think Oscar Valdez is like. I'm exaggerating there. I think he's like 5 levels better than Nakatilia.
Uh-huh.
So, and then I think Eddie knows and Oscar knows they're not going to get a decision. It doesn't matter if he beats Shakur pillar to post. I think they know.
Think so?
They're going to need to. They're going to. Yeah, man. I mean, just the way the buzz is going by, like, I mean, nobody's giving Valdez any shot at winning this fight. Right. So to me, they're trying to, like, literally, like they want Shakur to be the next one. You know, so yeah. I could see them. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. Shakur needs to, excuse me, Shakur. Valdez needs that knockout. I think Eddie knows that. I think Oscar knows that. And I think that's what's going to happen, man. I'm thinking so Valdez by 11th round knockout.
So how you think he's going to do it?
To the body.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Look, you know, I'm not comparing Caleb Plant to Shakur, no. But I'm thinking he's going to do what Canelo did to Caleb Plant. Is literally like even if he can't get to his head right away, and he kind of did it a little bit to Robson, he's getting like especially like in the Robson fight, the first 5-6 rounds when Robson was like making him look silly, he was still landing these vicious shots to the body, which eventually slowed him down, and then Robson started showboating a bit, which didn't help him. You know, in the optics of it.
You think he on the level of Canelo with his body shots?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it's
and the thing is, it was by instinct too, because like literally he fought like a different fighter compared to the Burchelt fight. And the thing was, he was distracted with everything. And and normally for me, I'm just gonna put myself. I'm not saying like as a boxer, but for me, when I'm distracted in anything, in any type of sport that I'm doing, I go on instinct. And his instinct is to fight like he usually fights, just go forward, you know, and throw a shitload of punches, which was to his detriment, but it made that fight as close as it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know. It's just I wouldn't have put Shakur in there, but as my buddy Shelton Moore says, man, if he wanted it, put him in there, and he's in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I got my money on that. Plus the other fight gonna be spectacular.
What fight is that?
Oh yeah, Keyshawn, right?
Versus Katie Taylor.
Oh, the other one. You gotta watch women's boxing. That's what I was like.
Yeah, that's this. I think they.
How come they?
I think they had.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you know, how come that fight is not getting a lot of push and play?
I mean, it's 3 weeks away. It's 3 weeks.
Yeah,
away.
but still, it should have been. It should have been marketed a whole lot better because as I was hearing of
Katie Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, because as I'm hearing it now, this boy and his brother here change your face to boxing. Sound like the same old crap to me.
It should have Montana Love on the undercard, I believe. If they had I don't know, his opponent is good, but I think it's going to do good because a lot of the people I think you can go from UK to New York in the 6-hour straight ride. So I think she's going to bring a lot of people over. I don't know if she fight out of the US, and then Amanda Serrano. I think it's going to do very well.
What's up, Smoke? And then, of course, you know, the big elephants, plural, in the room is White versus Fury. Is that a week later or is that a week before?
That's a week before. That's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so you know that's the fight that I'm waiting on.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm waiting on.
Trash. I was.
I don't care. I don't give a damn about the undercard.
I'm just saying because if you look at next week, that's a great undercard, but this one is like I don't think they must have ran out of money. They paid all the money, but it's all good.
Nah, they run out of no money. They just didn't want to spend no money. That's probably it. But they could have did. Look, they could have got a lot of people on the undercard. But how many top heavyweights are there to put on the undercard?
You don't need heavyweights. You just had to have. They got people I never even heard of, but it's
right. No, dude. Okay, well, answer me this. Who would you like to see on the undercard?
Just something more competitive. Anthony Yarde was supposed to be on there, but he could have been off.
Speedy Rashidi?
Nah, he with PBC now, so that's not going to be on there.
See what I'm saying? Look at all the obstacles already. He's with this one. He's with that one.
Frank Warren ain't trying to have no match room on there, so they kind of limited on what they can do. They got Anthony Yarde. They could have put that Trevor Bryan dude, but I don't know who won the purse bid. That
Don King did.
That's Don King, right?
Don King won. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. The main event. That's an interesting fight, man. Styles make
I'm
fight.
not watching.
You ain't gonna watch the Dylan White Fury?
Nah, I don't really like either fighter, but since I like Troy, I'm gonna be rooting for Dylan White to win.
Let me tell you what, right? In most cases, we as fans could sit out here and say X, Y, Z, and X, Y, Z. But fighters, I can tell you that fighters are listening to podcasts and they quite tired of these low-hanging fruit fans that really say that they're pushing for XYZ fighter, but they just making them look bad. Sean Porter said something on the Boxing Voice. He said, "Now I'm gonna say something that might insult the fans. You all don't know as much as you think you do. You all come out and you say this, you say that, but you don't really know half of what you're talking about.
About what?
About contracts and everything else that goes on behind closed doors, making fights and this, that, and the third. It's not the fans' place to know that. That's why I'm saying when people, when people complain about this boy's contract here, Haney's, it was a 3-fight contract. Let me tell you what, I know history. When Joe Louis got his shot to fight for the heavyweight title against the Cinderella Man, that's a brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had to give up 10% of his fight for the rest of his damn career, which means everybody that even when Broderick retired, he was still making money off Joe Louis. Don't talk to me about bad contract. What?
I get it. I don't really I like them to make that much money. Certain things I stop at a certain money. I want them to make as much money, but I get the sacrifice that Devin Haney is doing. You know what I mean? And
right. But before we get off in that, let me go back to the initial conversation because Smoke is here and I wanted his thoughts on it. Smoke, can you hear me?
What's up? What's up?
Okay.
What's up, Porter?
Okay, listen. If you didn't see the thumbnail, the conversation that I wanted to have was about transgender fighters and how I believe that they should have their own league, because I don't want someone who was born a man who's now fighting as a woman to fight women. I don't think that's fair. Flip side to that.
Can I ask you a question, Troy? Real quick.
No. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Once I'm done, you can ask me a question. Just like if you were born a woman and now you a man, I don't want you fighting men because that's not fair. But go ahead and ask your question.
Have you had this conversation before? Is this a new topic or did you have this
it's the first time that I've had it.
Oh shit, dude. No lie. I had a dream that I was on a panel with you having this conveation 6 months ago.
There you go. That's there you go.
That's kind of weird. Anyway, that's a different subject for another day. I'm not the one competing. I don't give a damn, for real. And they need to figure it out. If we live in the new 21st century, wonderful world of science, apparently what constitutes men and women is going to be some sort of chemical cocktail thing. And I don't care, as long as it's as long as it's entertaining, matches and competition. I'm not gonna be oh yeah, but he was born a woman or born a man. I don't care, dude.
I 100% disagree with you. But go ahead.
League, you know what I'm saying? That's, even if you start taking pills, your natural DNA and your bone structure is naturally bigger. That's But that's part of the Great Reset in the New World Order. That's all part of their thing. Like that's all what they do. Starting Obama started that. Like it's all part of their. That's the weirdo life. I'm not with that. If you a man, wow, it's crazy if you have a daughter and something happened to her. Like especially with wrestling, that's not cool, bro. Like dudes is way stronger than female. That's not cool.
Well, here's the thing.
Right.
I would agree if all of
Yeah.
these, these people who like switched and who are switching up were winning, right? Like we've just seen the female or the dude was born like the trans female bodybuilder or not, sorry, weightlifter not win. The women who were born women.
We talking about
Still
boxing.
lifting, just still outlifting. Even the boxer didn't win.
Right. We strictly talk about boxing. We ain't gonna go off into anything else.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the thing that's supposed to be traditionally male, right? Like they're supposed to be able to fight more, better. They're supposed to be stronger so they can lift more weight and all this stuff. These women, these men, these born
Exactly.
men, these born men, but trans,
You
had their
confused as hell too.
yeah, and became women. It's not like once they start competing with women, they're winning. So,
no, in other sports it is.
Which sport?
Let me say this.
There's not a
Let me say this.
trans-
Let me jump in here and say this. Where you at? Trendsetter. What did
Yeah.
Obama start? What did he start?
You do the you're a smart, intelligent man, but
Most of the time.
you're a smart, intelligent man. Like you able to figure things out. You know, it's not accidental. It's not accidental. But I'm
okay.
not,
Well, you help me. You help me out because those are your words. I figured you had a direct answer.
no,
What
because
did he?
even if I have a Dex answer, you still got to experience things on your own. You know, but I can tell you, look, if you exercise, it's like a natural high. So unless you exercise, you're not going to experience what I'm telling you. So you got to be
No,
experienced and do the research on your own for
no,
you
but
to.
it's a simple question. What did he start that has anything to do with the conversation we're having about transgender? This simple question. You said he started something. What did he start?
I'm just keep it boxing, but just know that if you're born a male, first of all, why would you even want to compete with a female? Like, why would you even want to do that? Like, if I had this is what the female should do. Well, I'm thinking of swimming because that's where it was at, where it was swimming, and the guy won. The female should just let him race. They should do a silent boycott. That's just not fair. Like, I don't agree with that. Now, if it was something like pool or chess, then that's a little different because that's basically mental, right? That's more of a mental sport. But I don't even think they mix the genders with sports like pool, and because you think males naturally have a advantage over females when it comes to pool?
No, I don't think that
could.
people who transition they lose all of those advantages. Like that's the thing. It's
No, they
it's really
don't.
about it's
They
really
don't.
about what stage of the transition you're in. But people who
No,
have
they don't.
transit,
They
people
don't.
who've transitioned like after 6 years, they lose all that muscle mass. They lose all that stuff.
No,
They
that's
get all
not.
that water weight. They do all this stuff. Like we're talking like I mean I understand what the argument is on a few different levels, right? But then there's another level, right, where it's where I just don't care. Like really, what it boils down to it.
And stop
As
right
long
there
as
for a second for
I
me.
don't like straight up. If they had intergender boxing, right?
No,
And
no.
let me finish. Let me finish. And they were evenly matched. I might watch that shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I might
But
watch it. Like
Somebody.
anyhow, let me finish. Let me step in here. I don't give a damn about pool. I don't give a damn about bodybuilding. My whole point was that they should have their own league when it comes to boxing because
How do you? I agree.
yeah, I mean, that
because when
segregation
women
stuff don't
started
work. Like,
boxing, no. Listen. You know, when women started boxing, they did not fight men. They fought other women. They kept it fair across the board. So I don't want to see transgenders, transsexuals, which I don't know what they're, fighting boxers and start your own league. Everybody will be happy. People, and listen, you might make more money than boxing right now because that's a wide open. That's an idea right there.
yeah, but I
Untapped
don't think
market.
that I don't think that people are trying to like get segregated. Like with segregation, like we're trying to get integration. We already did the segregation here. Like the idea that we're just going to continue.
Don't think so.
You can't. I can't say I'm a
I mean,
dog. You can't do that. It's certain things that
like we don't
it's
even have like
two genders. That's it. That's it.
Oh, there's a ton of genders. Like,
you can't get surgery and change your gender. It don't work that way.
But that's exactly how it works in today's day and age.
But that's not acceptable just because somebody is doing it.
But I'm saying that's what they're saying. It is acceptable.
I don't mean acceptable.
But I'm saying, but that's what they're saying with this whole like.
That's the battle that we on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
some people don't care about society. They only care about themselves. You might not care about nobody else, but some people care about
society is made up of everybody, right?
Some people care about the generations after they physically gone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people fought for certain civil rights now, and they not physically living, and we have benefited over certain things. So we just let anything slide. What type of
civil rights? Yeah, I mean, because civil rights is about the citizens, right? That's about like these people. The trans people.
If you use your free will, if you use your free will based on whatever you do, and this is not coming from hate. If you're using your own free will to change your sex, like how is that civil rights? You're using your free will to do that.
I'll tell you how it's civil rights. I'll tell you how it's civil rights. It's civil rights because I'm telling you how it's civil rights. I'm just trying to tell you.
I'm not debating with you.
I know. I got it. But I was speaking. I was not here to. And then you came in. I got it. I'm not here to debate either. But I would like to finish my point.
You're not going to do that, man. You know. Let him finish his point.
All I'm saying is, you know, for society to move forward, right? We have our institutions. Some of these institutions are saying that these people are experiencing they're experiencing a disease like mental illnesses and stuff, and apparently like transitioning is how they deal with it, right? I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a scientist. I'm not any of that stuff, and I don't actually suffer from what these people suffer from. So for me to be like, oh well, since I don't have the disease you're talking about, your disease is bullshit, and I need to structure the society to where we're now segregated with people who were born a particular way versus people who transitioned. I don't like it. It's too much. I don't care enough about people like that. I'm sorry. Right, maybe it's my misanthrope. Like maybe it's my misanthrope. But I'm just saying, bro, just let me finish my point. You said you're not debating me. You said you're not debating me, but you're like interrupting me to combat what I'm saying. So
you only care about you don't.
So let me finish my point, bro.
All right, listen. All right. Hold on.
Society.
I'm just saying. Let me jump in and say. Let me jump in and say something because both of y'all trying to overtalk each other and it sounds like madness. I know smoke. Easier, cool your foot, man.
It's a terrible spot for me to finish my thought right there.
You fine. You're gonna get to put a period at the end of your sentence. Just cool your foot, man. You'll be fine. I'm
going to lose my train of thought if I don't continue.
Okay, no, you will not, man. No. Okay, well, going back and forth with me is not going to help you finish your thought.
Thank you. Can I just finish my thought?
Yes, you will. Soon as I finish mine.
Okay.
As I was saying, this guy is hilarious.
No, I forgot. I already forgot. It don't matter. You can say it. We can move on.
You can start a new one, man.
I don't care.
You're very intelligent.
I don't care.
There it is. That was your point right there. That you don't care. Period. End of discussion. You don't care. You said it 5 times already. You don't care. So why keep going on, man? There's nothing more to say. And you, Jalik, hold on, Jalik. You got to let him finish. I get that he's a windbag. He is. He long-winded as hell. But if I could tolerate it, you got to tolerate it. Period. So y'all finish what you were saying. Stop over-talking each other because I don't know what the hell y'all saying.
Well, you keep saying you're done, but then you just do it again. If you're not debating me, let me finish my thought.
Yeah, I'm not debating. I don't.
Okay, great. So, but you're just interrupting me, like to not debate me. Like, come on, man. All I was trying to say is it could be that I am not interested in the society and my fellow human being the way that you guys are interested in it. But for me, for my own personal freedom, I don't want a whole bunch of people telling me I can't do stuff. So like I'm not quite getting like how we're supposed to have this collective idea. There's only like 2 genders, and we have to now enforce that thing on other people. Like that's not. I don't want stuff like that imposed on me, and that's what civil rights is. It's like as a citizen, you have the rights of every other citizen. Not that you have like some special rights, or that your, like the thing that's supposed to make you healthy and happy aren't available because it doesn't conform to whatever some other people's like definition of what should be happening. Like, done.
Shout out to Troy Graham, man. How's Maryland, Troy? How's Maryland?
It's wet, man. It rained all last. It did. It rained all day. But the good news is I got my peppermint oil, and I got
wow.
I buy oils. I got a 16-ounce bottle, which usually sells for $85, $70 to $80 in the store.
Where you get it?
$50.
Wow, where you get it from? Because you in the essential oils too. I usually use peppermint too, because peppermint keep you open, and plus you don't need to chew gum. You just take some peppermint. Your breath is smelling fresh though. Peppermint.
eBay or Amazon, whoever has the best sale.
Okay, you might, if you pay $50, you got the expensive kind, Troy. You bougie.
I got the pure one.
You got the super duper poor. Major Key was popping.
Yo, hold up. Yo, smoke. What was the last point that you made right there?
Oh, about civil rights. Like, I don't want my civil rights curbed in the same way I'm not trying to curb other people's civil rights. That's it.
Right.
I'm not going to lose any sleep off of what.
No. It's okay. Like, because I think this is an important conversation, and you're probably the right person to have this conversation with, right? Because we could disagree on many topics, but even if we disagree on this one, I think we could probably make a little bit of segue into this community. So I think that this is right. So, okay. So when it comes to what people believe that they are, so do you believe though, right? If, for example, your favorite person that turns out to be a male that you thought was a female, and they win the championship, you're okay with that, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Let me ask you the first question. Why?
Because I don't think I consume sports as a gender politics thing. I mean, it is, but clearly it is. But if you're able to compete, like, let's say you're a man and you go to the WNBA, let's say Reggie Miller, right? Let's touch a specific dude. Reggie Miller transitions. He's already great as an NBA guy, transitions, and he becomes the best, female basketball player ever.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna watch the NBA more. Is actually what I'm gonna do, right? Like, for real, bro. Like, because it's the performance that I'm into. I want to be entertained. I'm not. I don't have a jihad against this stuff. I don't.
I want to get a little deeper though, so I don't want everyone, every single answer to be too long-winded, but I got you on that one. So if, let's say you're playing hopscotch, right? And then somebody throws a handball at you, sky bounce right at your face, and says suicide, right? Like, do you feel like that's okay?
If we're no longer playing hopscotch and they do something else?
No, you're playing hopscotch, and then somebody is involved in your hopscotch game that says, I'm going to change the rules. I'm going to throw a sky bounce right at your face because that's what I identify with this game of hopscotch.
So if anybody, for whatever reason, starts throwing things at my face, we're going to have a problem, regardless of what was happening or for whatever reason they felt like they're going to do it. Like, you can't just start throwing stuff at my face and it's going to be all good.
All right. So I won't be facetious anymore then. The whole point that I have to make, because again, my mother, by the way, she killed my father. Everybody knows that. And then became a lesbian after that. Right. And so she's been a lesbian ever since then. I've grown up knowing my mother as a lesbian ever since she killed my father. I was 3 years old. Right. And here's the thing. Right. I personally have had conversations with her where I believe that, that's just a sexual preference that has nothing to do. They don't try to sell me on the idea that you were born with that. So now I hear people talking about that they identify as something else. Well, where does it end at? If I say I identify like a Sasquatch and I beat the shit out that motherfucker because I didn't know how to contain it because I identified as Sasquatch, do I get off of fucking jail? If I bit that motherfucker in the face because I identified as a pit bull, is that okay? If I motherfucking, slammed the shit out the motherfucker like a gorilla and said I identify like a fucking gorilla from there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like what, like where does it end once we start agreeing that we need to be part of their psychosis? Where we need to actually act as if we're paid actors in their psychosis. Is that fucking nuts or not, bro? And I know you're intelligent enough, bro. That's why I wanted to ask you because I'm not even going to argue with you, bro. Whatever you say from here on, I wanted to present that to you in that way because I know you're a smart dude, bro. So please tell me what you think and don't be argumentative with me. Just like literally break it down to me, even if you disagree with me.
So psychosis is just part of it's part of our society. We have to deal with psychosis. Like you can literally kill someone and get off because of psychosis. So like everyone's psychosis is part of society. It's written into laws. It's written into how the thing. Like I can call the cops on you right now and have you put away. And I don't mean you, Major Key. I mean a person. Like
no, I know, but I'm just trying to help you out because I know what you mean. Big racket. I know. I'm trying to hear like your 5150,
point. 5150 is an actual it's a code, right? Like you. So psychosis is something that we have to deal with. It's just how you deal with it. Like it used to be that those people were shunned and segregated and all that stuff. Now we are way more compassionate when it comes to like mental illnesses. But really what we're talking about is whether or not it's fair for these two groups to be competing with each other. And all I'm saying is I've seen at this point, it's been years of these like of transgenders competing against cis people. I guess that's what they call like if you're the gender that you're born with or the sex you're born with. And it's not like they're not dominating. They're not even very good. So I don't understand. Like I don't get what the hysteria is outside of. We just don't think that they should be called men and women. We should call them something else.
Yeah. I think that's the problem with everybody is that like I'm not gonna call my sister a donkey because I grew up with her from the ages of 0 to 12 or 14 or 15 or 19, and she says, you know what? I feel like a fucking donkey. So now you should treat me like get the fuck out of here. You motherfucking sister. I'll smack her and send her a Baker Act ass. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I don't need for like how a person identifies, how they self-identify, that's on them. And there's not really too many people that like I'm going to just disregard how they identify because of how I think of them. Like just be like, oh yeah, but regardless of what you think of yourself, I'm just going to call you that. Like if you think you're black, but only your great grandmother is fucking black, but like everyone thinks you're white, but you call yourself black, I'm not going to be like, now you're just white. I don't care what you say. You're just white. Like,
I feel.
Like, what does that do? Like, what? I guess what it is what does it cost me to, if you feel like you're a donkey, to treat you like a donkey?
So how do you view yourself, Smoke? Since we're talking donkeys.
How do I view myself in the gender thing? Like, which box do I check? I check male.
That flew over your head. Maybe I spoke too fast.
Yeah, because you were fucking with him, but he was being serious.
He was the one who brought up donkey. I didn't bring up donkey. You talking
about you were right though, GTS. No, you were being serious, but he was just being facetious and shit. You know what I mean? But I ended my facetiousness because I really wanted to get to the point because I really feel like this is a conversation that a lot of people need to have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to like act like I believe everybody because they like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I went to everybody and said, yo, I believe that I was abducted by aliens, not everybody's gonna believe me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if I did that, they look at me probably like a lunatic. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so why is it like unfair if we do that shit to people that identify as something that they're not? You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't understand it.
So I had a person at my job, not a job, but they worked at the same place, but it was a thing. Anyway, so this person, they identified as a woman, but they hadn't transitioned. There's nothing about them that said that they're a woman. As a matter of fact, that person didn't even tell me that they identified as a woman. Everyone else told me. So I didn't actually know how to like every now and again I'd say man to this person and then feel like kind of weird about it because I'm like, oh wait a minute, this person thinks they're a woman, but they never said that to me. It can be confusing, it can be annoying and all that shit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really cost me anything. I don't like it. Doesn't like it. Don't bother. It doesn't bother me. Like I like the people who identify as men, I call them men, and people who identify as women, I call them women. And then if I get mixed up and all that stuff, as long as they don't try to flash on me, if they're compassionate with me, I'm compassionate with them.
Yeah, like I was telling Troy, man, I met somebody at JP Morgan Chase, and when I was already working for them for like 3 years, and they started as a dude named Eddie. And by the time I left, they were a female called Ellie. You know what I'm saying? And I had to shut them down. Like, yo, like you always like hitting likes and heart buttons on my pictures, and saying slick shit, bro. Like, like chill, bro. Like, oh, but I'm a female. Why does your wifey get mad? I'm like, yo, I don't know you as a female. I know you as a man that I met. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to relax.
He tried to force his lifestyle on you.
Yeah. Like, you're not trying to play me, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I know you as a man, homie. Like, don't try to play me. You still Eddie to me. I don't give a fuck what you say.
That's not cool too. And also to make to try to demonize people that disagree with you, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's really the only
part
thing.
Of the big tech censorship. If you believe in natural immunity and eating healthy, they gonna say, you anti-vax. It's all part of the game. Like it's all connected. If the goal was to create chaos, I see right through it, man. What you saying? You bringing up some good points, Major Key. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like that's the whole. People gotta realize that if a person disagree with your lifestyle, that doesn't mean that you hate somebody. Nobody is what they call it now, transphobic. That's not even a real word. Even homophobic is not even a real word. Like just because a person don't accept your lifestyle doesn't mean that they actually hate you. Like I don't like most of us, we don't like nobody stealing or something. We don't hate thieves. I mean, we just don't think it's cool to steal. Like nobody hates you. That's how they do it, and they play this game. But we also know those same people is backed by George Soros, who's backed the Ukrainian. It's all connected. The Ukrainian stuff. George Soros spent his money on Ukraine to manipulate the people about the Russian war. It's all fake, bro. It's all they say easy to figure out.
That's where you lost me, though. That's where you lost me. I was the whole transgender thing, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't linking one to the other, you know what I'm saying? Like you ever seen ancient astronaut theorists when they're like, look, this is a complete circle. Must have come from more intelligent beings from a different planet.
No, so when you see certain people like they got funded, like the LGBT community, they got certain funding, they got people that fund them. So that's why you see it's always a battle. If you see on TV, it's like in real life, people don't be having battles like that. You might have a disagreement, but you accept them. But on TV, it's over promoted so that way the listeners can always have some type of viewpoint. They use the Hegelian dialect, so it's always some opposite thing where one group of people is going to say this and one group of people is going to say this. It's all types of things that they doing, but we all know George Soros and his manipulative ways, how he has a certain effect. And it's not just him.
I'm gonna let you chop it up with get to smoke about this one because I really don't know too much about George Soros. All I know is about what I experience in life and what I can determine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems to be that trans people are hated by some, right? Like there's a whole bunch of stuff where like people are finding out that people are finding
people.
Say again?
Weak-minded people, hate somebody because they're different. Whether it be because of the color of your skin, whether it be because of your sexual preference, whether it be I ain't done. Whether it be X, Y, Z or whatever the hell it is, they're just weak-minded people. You can't change those people. The only thing that will ever change those people is a whole bunch of love and some intelligence. And nobody really has that much love to give at this point or intelligence because it's going to be listen, nobody has that much time for you. Nobody has as much time for you. You know,
Oh,
if you were raised
get hated.
like a dog or stuff, that's on you. You have to find you have to find your happy medium in life and just live.
Yeah, I
Nobody
mean,
have
just
to,
to answer, like, just to keep it sports related, to me, like, all right, so like logically, right? So from where I'm coming from, I'm the other side of 50. And all of this stuff is very new to me. And if it wasn't for my children, I probably wouldn't care, right? Because it's just kind of like me understanding the world that my children are growing up in.
So you care, you don't care. You just said you don't care. Which one is it?
You can't cut them off. You can't cut them off.
I thought you weren't debating me and all this stuff. You know,
no, I'm saying
I know. I got it. All right. So apparently, let me help you with this nuance. For me, I wouldn't care about all of these genders. The only reason why I'm even interested in it is because of my children, and because of them, I've read up about a whole bunch of stuff. I've thought about this a whole bunch, and it doesn't seem to me that when it comes to the competition aspect of it, that these women or men, these trans women, trans men, don't really seem to be moving the needle when it comes to competitiveness. Like they seem to be getting their asses handed to them when they compete in their like new gender, in the new gender that they identify as. So I'm just not seeing necessarily the conflict, but like logically, because of the way I grew up, I go like, yeah, there must be an advantage, and it's the unfairness of it all that seems to be fueling the argument, but the unfairness doesn't seem to be showing up in the results when they actually compete.
But to go on your point though, Professor, if the most recent dude that won against the females, he just last year I think it was at Penn State, he was like ranked 50th. Now he just started transitioning. He don't really look like he transitioned too much. Now he's number one and then in less than a year. When last year he was
fighting
competing
women
with the guys, and then now he won in the female that probably would have won if he wasn't there, get second place in a sense. You know what I mean? So that's what the storyline is right now.
No, and that's it.
How would that happen?
Yeah, and that's it. That's an excellent point, because it seems to be that once you've it's a point of transition. It has to. I think it's like 5 or 6 years. Once you transition past that, that's when all of those physical advances go away. It just takes some time. That's why they're looking at like having it be a certain like chemical level before you're able to compete and all this stuff. But I think it's a little bit deeper than the fairness of it all. I think really it boils down to it threatens our own identity, about our own self-identity. Because if those people get to be men, what are we?
A man. But listen. I'm gonna step in here now and tell y'all got about 10 more minutes because I'm over here falling asleep. So you got about 10 minutes that I'm gonna lock her down. I appreciate everybody for coming on, appreciate their time, but I'm not gonna be on my own panel sleeping because I'm not giving this dude any comedy over here. Major Key, I ain't giving him no more comedy.
Hey, just let me know the timestamp when you start sleeping, and then I'll go ahead and throw it on my channel.
Yeah, y'all see what I mean? So y'all got about 10 more minutes, so make it quick, which shouldn't be a problem for you, Smoke.
But yeah,
I got that one.
This coming from me. I don't hate like people that I don't hate dudes that decide to transition to a female and vice versa. I don't hate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate like, people that's different than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with everybody. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just don't think it's right. And that's one thing that I don't suffer from peer pressure. So that I know that's one of their techniques. They peer pressure you and they try to force you to, believe certain things. I don't suffer from peer pressure. So
that's what you think?
Oh, I know that's what they use. Because they know people think in a group. It's all mental. They use mental things. Like it's techniques they use. I know that's what they do. Because they know
I agree with the whole they try to pressure you, but I don't think it's peer pressure. What they do is try to sell it as normal. If you watch TV, you see commercials, you see men kissing now and men having men raising babies and all that. They try to sell it to you as this normal thing. They even want to push it in schools now as gay history.
How do you think we got marriage? How do we even think we got monogamy? Of course, that's how they do it. Like,
no. But what I'm saying is they even try to put it in history books now as gay history, and I'm totally against that. Nah, I'm not for that.
The
But
thing is,
yeah,
the thing that makes it destructive to society is that they're trying to sexualize kids. You know, the chick,
well,
chick,
there
the
goes the
chick from
problem right
Disney,
there.
exactly. The chick
Plant.
from Disney talking about it, and even before this came out,
Yeah, I heard that Disney wanted to get at least
yeah,
40% of their employees to be gay. Did you know that?
right, and they forcing it on them, and then the dude DeSantis, the governor from
DeSantis, yeah,
Florida,
that fucking
he came
asshole,
out with
yeah.
a thing, you shouldn't be. Kids don't think about sex. They're trying to force it on them because a lot of the people in power, they practice those things with little kids. So it's not how coincidence.
Pedophilia.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Let me finish my point.
Go ahead,
Let me
go ahead.
finish my point. How crazy is it that the black lady that they trying to put into Supreme Court has a
Which
history?
she was admitted.
Oh, so she was admitted.
Round of applause. She was admitted today, yes.
But check this out. Check this out, Major Key. Ain't it real coincidental that she has a known history of letting pedophiles off, and then when you ask her what a woman is, she doesn't know. Everything is all connected, bro.
Man, you see, you bullshit.
That's not what she said.
You bullshit. Yeah, you bullshit. Because what she said was the politically correct answer, which was I would need something in front of me to speak biologically about what a woman is.
You're a woman, right? She knows what a woman is, right? So she planning to play.
What's a man? What's a man?
Don't believe all that bullshit you be hearing from Tucker, bro.
It's nothing to believe. Why did she let all the pedophiles off? Like, come on, bro.
I used to watch Fox News too, man, but I was smart in that shit, bro. I got bigger.
What's a man, Jalik?
Yeah, so
only Jalik.
Right.
What is a man? What is a man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you. Shout out.
Nah, answer the question. Where you going? You got 5 more minutes. What is a man?
We'll have another.
I said 5 minutes, baby. 5 minutes.
Shout out to all the people in the world.
He don't want to answer what a man is. Damn, Jalik, don't do that.
See, that's the whole thing. Like, we know what a man is. Like, I know what a man is. You know,
explain it. That's what we asked you.
I'm not gonna get on there. I'm gonna say what I do. I'm not a politician. I speak the truth. I'm not afraid of.
So speak the truth, then. Speak
We're
the truth.
Not talking to a politician. I am talking directly to you, sir.
Y'all can vote for it. Like, go ahead and vote. You know what I'm saying? Just go research. Go research. Go research Hunter Biden's laptop, and y'all see what he talking. I'm out of here though. Peace.
Hey, listen. I'm the boy gone. I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in him, man.
That's all you. I didn't know that's all you had to ask him what a man was. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Right.
Go ahead, Smoke. You know what's a man to you? And don't say me.
Listen, a man to me is it depends on what we're talking about, right? So to me, like in the construct of this conversation, it's whatever society says it is, right? And like for what this conversation is actually about, it's literally whatever the government says a man is, right? So there's that part of it. So for me specifically, it's a male that's an adult. But also, there's the whole like sexualizing of kids. They've been doing that for a long time with beauty pageants and all this stuff. But beyond that, we have a very puritanical society. Like children actually experience sexual urges really fucking young, and nobody wants to talk about it. But anyway, gender is like a completely different thing. Like your biology versus your sexual urges, and we use these terms, and they get like kind of confused and conflated, and it makes the conversation very hard to have, right? So, like,
I'm easy with it. Yo, you will always have a conversation with me because of the fact that I have family members that are gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. I tell them to their face. My mother, I tell her to her face what I feel about it. But it's not disrespectful. It's just what I tell her what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
It just gets weird though. It just gets weird when you're talking about a trans person and then a gay person because they're not.
Yeah, because for the most part, it's because they're not used to people having conversations with them.
No,
that's usually what it is.
I'm just saying that they're not the same thing. Like a gay person is just a person who is attracted to the same sex, right? So you got a woman and a woman. It's not like you're gonna transition to a completely different body, right? Like it's not. I don't know. I'm not any of this stuff. And here's really what it is. Because I'm not any of this stuff. And furthermore, they're not really doing anything to me. Like even in your thing about like hitting like hearts on Instagram photos, that don't mean shit to me.
3 minutes, Smoke.
I
I'll give you a total of 3 minutes. All right.
Yeah,
3
I'm just
minutes
saying,
and then
like,
I'm done.
like these are not the these like whatever like uncomfortable things, like confusing things I may have to wrestle with. Ultimately at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me like that greatly. And I don't think it's really like making our society better or worse.
I just think I agree and disagree with you, Smoke, and this is the reason why. And I know that he's about to jump off. So here's the thing. My thing is this. My thing is that look, a man to me, like if you ask me what a man is, I can't give you a simple explanation either. Don't get me wrong. But I can tell you that at least, when my son got bit by the dog the other day on Monday, he got 3 stitches. He got 3 stitches. Now, I'm the same person that was about to shoot that dog, but instead left it out in the back because I had a little bit of compassion. But then took my son to the hospital, and then he got 3 stitches. And then I'm the same person that forces him to take his antibiotics, which he doesn't like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like that to me. That's what a man is. It's you got to play all the parts. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not. But a lot of these motherfuckers right now, man. A lot of these people are just trying to get away with like, hey, it's freedom. Okay, it is freedom. But you got to understand how other people. You got to respect how people feel about it as well. You can't expect everybody to be a vaccinator. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that's what the point that Pudo was trying to make is that you can't make everybody vaccinated. If they don't want to be vaccinated, right? Then they're not gonna be vaccinated because they don't trust it. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't tell everybody, oh, this is cool when they feel like, yeah, you know what? Based on my experience, that's not cool. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, we could agree to disagree on this one, but I mean that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I love all people though.
Well, I tell you what, my simple definition of a man, the person I see looking in the mirror. End the discussion. I don't need a whole lot.
So you're the only man on earth?
Not okay.
Like, what the hell, dude? I'm not looking
about
in your
to
mirror.
Fall asleep.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you look in your mirror and see me?
I'm about to fall asleep. I'm about to fall asleep. So we can have this discussion.
Okay. So me and Major, we're not men now.
Okay. Well, if you feel
Troy.
that way, you feel that way. That's not what I said.
Oh, so you see me? So you see us when you look in the mirror?
Hell no.
Okay, like really, bro?
You better see me in the background, bro. Like
what are you
fucking,
saying right now, Troy? Like what?
How do you say Candy Man in Spanish?
Mira. Mira. Hombre de dulce.
Oh God. I'm done. Oh.
Hey, don't split your stitches, man.
Those stitches are 14 years old, you bastard.
I thought you just got some.
I'm gonna fall back though, man. Yo, I respect y'all, man. Have a great night, y'all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Jaleel too.
Peace.
Yeah, have a good night. Oh boy. All right, yeah. I'm going to sleep after that. I just gotta do my thing here. Oh boy. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. The show is what it always turns out to be, whatever is going to be. That's how the show works, I wanted to come on here and have a discussion with hopefully some of my brothers and sisters from the gay community or the transgender, whatever transgender community as it pertains to boxing. That never happened, but we still had a transgender discussion anyway. So that being said, I thank God for this. It's very therapeutic, and it helps me just think about other things. So let me start just naming everybody's name that came out to support me, man. It means something to do that. Khan Shonery, Respect. K Suave, respect. Phil Tall Roberts, respect. And then you have further down, further down, further down. K Quinn, respect. Respect. Thank you for your time because I can never give it back. Pure Central, respect. Then, of course, you have, I know you here. Mark Nash, he stopped in respect. Respect, respect, respect. Enrom, respect. Trendsetter who came up on the panel as well. Respect. And then this Brown Gone One, the damn naked picture dude. Respect, man. Respect. And then, well, slight respect. Slight respect because all you trying to post them naked pictures, bro. I'm not even sure that was you. I'm not even sure that was you. I mean, the cat used so many names. I'm not even sure it was you, Brown Gone One. So if I've offended you in the wrong way, I apologize. Tony Boswell, you check out my food show, my boxing show, and now Troy Graham Experience. Triple. That's a triple header, as they say. Sergeant, facts, respect. Taker, it's a good fight, respect. Get this smoke. You showed up and came on the panel. Always the brave one. Respect. All right. Black History Minute. You only came for a minute. Respect. Thomas Jones, respect. Then, of course, you have nice pick. A man is an indefinite article, means one of several. What in the hell? This is a specific. I never say that word to one person. I don't know what the hell you just said, right? Uh, nice pick. A man is an indefinite article, means of one. What? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Who I see in the mirror is a man. End of discussion. See how easy that was? But anyway, respect everybody. And thank you again for coming out. You know, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be on the Troy Graham Experience. And I truly appreciate that. Bless up yourselves. Bless up yourselves.